right, good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, thanks everybody so much for being here this evening. Let me just say, first of all, I'm very impressed at the determination that you showed in pulling yourself away from the coconut chicken and those little cheese pillows. Were they great or what? I didn't want to stop eating those in the other room, but you brought yourself into this room, so there we go. Nice way to start out the evening. Hi there, everyone. My name is Bert Barrett. I'm the host of the morning program on WRNJ Radio. It's about 40 miles to the northwest of here. WRNJ.com. I'd appreciate if you'd give us a listen, check us out. Also a member of the New Jersey Broadcasters Association Radio Hall of Fame, and I'm honored to be here tonight, of course, and to welcome you to the fifth anniversary gala of the Child Wellness Institute, simply known as ChildWIN. You know, I've been involved with Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey and ChildWIN. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. And I've had the pleasure of hosting numerous events, including this very little celebration back in 2022. It is great to be back with you again this year. We're delighted to recognize tonight's outstanding honoree, VIP athletes who are in the house as well, our scholarship recipient, and youth resilience speakers. And on top of that, we're celebrating the achievements of one of New Jersey's most respected charitable organizations. And it's only Thursday, right? How's that? It says right here in big bold letters, nurtured children, happy childhoods. And I'm sure everyone in the room this evening would agree. Every single child deserves to experience a wonderful childhood, one that is happy, of course, one that is healthy, and definitely one that is safe. And our children deserve to be nurtured, of course. ChildWIN builds resilience and social emotional health in both children and families. They help parents throughout New Jersey and beyond with the education and support needed to create positive experiences for their kids so they will succeed in school, in the community, and of course in adulthood as well. Personally, I appreciate everything they do to build a brighter future for children. As you know, ChildWIN is the nonprofit subsidiary of Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey, and together their efforts reach more than 70,000 families annually. That's an amazing number. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge some very special attendees who are here tonight. First, will all members of the PCA-NJ and ChildWIN Board of Directors, will you please stand to be recognized for your leadership? Please stand and then be acknowledged. Thank you so much for all you do, of course. We also have two members of our Young Professionals Network who are here. We have Altisha and Stephanie. If you're here, if you could please stand as well. Our young professionals. Thank you both. I'd like to also welcome some great partners who we have here with us this evening as well. Attitudes in Reverse, our therapy dog program partner. Where's Tricia Baker? Trisha's here. Hey, thanks, Tricia. And all the way from the faraway land of Pennsylvania, from Penn State, we have Christine Cicio. Is Christine here too? All right. Also to welcome some of our representation in our state capitol, we have Assemblyman Antoine McClellan who is here. Is Assemblyman McClellan with us? All right. Thanks, my friend. And also joined by Assemblyman Gary Scharfenberger, who is also here. And also Assemblywoman Victoria Flynn. Thank you so much. I'll put the good word in for you guys with Craig Coughlin next time I see him. Thanks for all you're doing. Also, lastly, you know her, you love her, right? Gina Hernandez. Do you want to give her a first round of applause? There we go. Our executive director and all the employees of ChildWIN and PCA New Jersey, it is now your moment and your turn to please stand as we thank you for the work that you do every day to support children and families. Great work, everybody. Thank you so much. The silent auction will be continuing throughout dinner, so please keep bidding on your cell phones while you're doing that. See, I was prepared for tonight. I'm bidding against myself. Have you tried this yet? You insult yourself on one phone and compliment yourself on the other one. It's very encouraging. We're also going to enjoy some music. That was this incredible band over here. Were you checking these guys out? Wow. They're going to be playing some music. They're called De Tierra Caliente. How's that for a great name? They're going to be performing for us during dinner. And at this time, we will enjoy the buffet dinner. It's located on both sides of the room here. It's like an airline prepared thing, right? Whoop. It didn't break. It didn't break. We're good. Hands in the pockets now for the rest of the program. All right. And we'll resume our program in just a short while. So, bon appetit. And it says right here, Bert returns to the podium at 8 o'clock. So, enjoy your dinner. Thank you. All right, welcome back, everyone. It looks okay. I think we're all right. Hey, how about that De Tierra Caliente? Were they terrific or what? Wow. Magnifico, muy bueno. I don't have the adjectives, but really great job, guys. How about another round of applause for them? What a wonderful talent. Before we officially resume our program, I'd like to take a moment to recognize tonight's sponsors and say thank you to them. First, our gold sponsors, Nicholas D. Borelli, also Firmenich Charitable Foundation, and this little startup league maybe you've heard of. It's called the NFL. I don't know if this football thing is going to make it. Super Bowl just seems like a fad or something. I'm not sure. Also, our silver sponsor, Verizon. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Verizon. Also, our bronze sponsors, Holman and Pellegrino Construction Services. So let's thank all of our sponsors for their generosity with a round of applause. Do remember that our silent auction will conclude at 9:15 this evening, and we'd like to give a shout out to a member of the Gala committee who obtained literally dozens of very cool donated items for the silent auction. Give it up for Nikki Casey. Wow. Yeah. Way to go, Nikki. All right, Reverend Dr. Darrell L. Armstrong is a member of our board of directors and national advocate for children's well-being. He is the senior pastor of the historic Shiloh Baptist Church located in Trenton. Please welcome to the stage Reverend Armstrong.
It's my honor and pleasure to present our Charitable Foundation Award to the Firmenich Charitable Foundation. Pleased to represent the Board of Directors of Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey in paying tribute to this year's honoree. The Firmenich Charitable Foundation was founded in 2010 and has made an impact on people and communities in 20 countries throughout the world. The foundation has supported ChildWIN by funding scholarships for 2 economically disadvantaged college-bound students and sponsoring our annual gala. Firmenich employees have volunteered in our youth resilience and leadership program, mentoring young people who have experienced trauma. Firmenich team members have hosted numerous diaper collection drives for families served by our New Jersey Diaper Network. They have planted pinwheel gardens in observation of National Child Abuse Prevention Month. They have hosted us annually at their corporate headquarters in Plainsboro, New Jersey, where we provided information to their employees on parenting and building resilience in children and families. Over the years, our friends at Firmenich have repeatedly demonstrated their commitment to children's well-being. And so we are privileged, honored, and ecstatic to salute the Firmenich Charitable Foundation as this year's honoree, and I invite Jan Call to the podium to accept the award.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Perfect. One more.
I'll just set it here for you.
Thank you, Dr. Armstrong, and you'll be happy to know that I'm a preacher's kid.
You go.
I want to thank everyone on behalf of the Firmenich Charitable Foundation for this honor. Obviously, this is not why we participate with ChildWIN or with Prevent Child Abuse or any of the other charities, but it is nice to have our efforts and our donations recognized. As Reverend Armstrong said, we were founded in 2010 by a member of the Firmenich family. And our mission has changed and grown and expanded over the last 14 years. We have participated in many different areas, but ChildWIN and Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey were a different kind of partnership for us when we started partnering 4 years ago. We had donated money to a lot of different organizations, but we were also looking for something where our employees could also partner and volunteer, because we felt it was important. As much as charities need money, and they do, we all know that, they need people to volunteer. And this was really our first time with that partnership, with our drives, with our pinwheel gardens, with our mentoring, that we could pair that monetary grant and monetary donation with the opportunity for our employees to volunteer and to work with a charity. And that has expanded. We do give money to affiliates all across the world for something that is important to them in their own community. And we look especially for organizations where our employees can partner with that organization, because the two things must go together. I do think we've had an impact in expanding the world of volunteers. I see Chris Palmer here. He was with Firmenich and became involved with the Pinwheel Garden. And then as he learned about the organization, he wanted to do more, and even though he's not at Firmenich anymore, he is still working with the organization. So I think we also have to remember that when we get involved, we can encourage others to get involved, and it just spreads and spreads and spreads. One thing I thought about when I knew that I was going to say something more than just have a pretty picture with the award was, I want us all to think about why we started volunteering and what it meant to us and what our own goals were, and why we wanted to do it. Reverend Armstrong, it will come as no surprise that I grew up with a family where giving back to the community was very important. It was just sort of part of my DNA growing up. And that's really what it needs to be, as part of our DNA, that it's not something over and above. It is just part of who we are and part of what we do. And that's one reason that I wanted to get involved with the Firmenich Foundation. I've been at Firmenich almost 10 years. I've worked with the foundation now on the operating committee and on the board for almost about 6 years. And it's a way that we can give back even through our work. And I was very proud of the fact that I worked for a company that took volunteering and partnering and donations so seriously. And it speaks volumes about the culture of Firmenich, and that is something that we all hope you can do in your own ways, at work or at home. When it's part of your DNA, it just happens. You pick charities, you pick causes that are important to you, and it spreads. My husband was a food scientist for over 20 years, and 14 years ago went back to school and is now a social worker working with children in Philadelphia. And it was his way of giving back and contributing to society. I am proud to say that my children grew up with that DNA too. My daughter is the head of a developing program in Athens, Georgia, the Community Center for the Aging, and she is developing a program for older citizens with dementia, a community that they have not been able to serve. I'm leaving next week for Austin, Texas, as my son has just finished his master's in public health, and he wants to work in the area of inequities in the availability of healthcare. And so when we as volunteers get involved and people see what we are doing, they follow our actions, and now it's not just me or my husband, it's my children, and it's in their DNA. And I think we can all appreciate that and want to do more. And I just encourage you to think about why you got involved and what your ability to volunteer and donate money, why you started, why you're doing it now, and how you can encourage others to do it in the future. Today is a special day for Firmenich. Not only are we being honored, but I don't know if this is a word, but it is our 1-year mergerversary. 1 year ago today, DSM and Firmenich became one company. I am happy to say that I am working with the board of the DSM Foundation and the board of the Firmenich Foundation so that we can find a path forward together and expand our donations, expand our reach, and encourage every one of our 30,000 employees to pick a cause and a charity that means something to them and get involved. So I am looking forward to seeing all the difference that we can make as DSM Firmenich, not just as Firmenich and the Firmenich Charitable Foundation. So I thank you. I know we'd rather talk about sports. I'm happy to talk football and basketball because I'm a sports fanatic. So I know we want to get to that, but I thank you for the honor. We look forward to continuing our partnership with ChildWIN and with Prevent Child Abuse, and I encourage you all to do the same and to get others involved too. Thank you very much.
All right, once again, congratulations to the Firmenich Charitable Foundation. One more round of applause. Wonderful stuff. Thank you. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Joseph Colford. He's a member of the Board of Directors since 2019, a psychologist and retired from GCU, Georgian Court University. Please welcome Dr. Colford.
I'm here to speak on behalf of Christine Patricia Pierce. Considering her impressive resume, it's tough to make her introduction a brief one, but I'll try. Christy Patricia Pierce first made a name for herself in the sport of basketball. Yes, basketball. At Point Pleasant Beach High School, Christy scored 2,190 points while also starring in soccer and field hockey. She made all-state honors in 3 different sports, and she was the first woman athlete in New Jersey history to lead her conference in scoring in those same 3 sports. She's considered to be the best athlete Ocean County, New Jersey has ever produced. After considering scholarship offers from almost every major university in the country, Christy chose a basketball scholarship to Monmouth University, where she would start as its point guard. She also made its soccer team as a walk-on. You know, walk-ons typically don't get a lot of playing time, having to give up those minutes to those on the team who already have scholarships. Christy simply redefined the role of a walk-on. She was chosen the Northeast Conference Player of the Year twice, and was chosen for the first team in the Mid-Atlantic region. She set Monmouth records in goals, assists, and points for a single season. And before I forget, Christy also played on Monmouth's lacrosse team. It was in her senior year that Christy accepted an invitation from the women's national soccer team to train and travel with them, so she bid farewell to Monmouth basketball. Christy's soccer resume is beyond impressive. an Olympic silver medal in 2000, 3 Olympic gold medals in 2004, 2008, and 2012. In 2004, she also was named team captain. She also won 2 World Cup gold medals, 1 silver and 1 bronze. In her 2015 championship finals game, she became the oldest player ever to play at a finals game at that level. Her professional career took her to the New York Power of the Women's Professional Soccer League, New Jersey's Sky Blue Football Club, and Magic Jack in the Women's Professional Soccer League. As player-coach, Christy led Sky Blue to the league championship in 2009. In her first year of eligibility, Christy was inducted into the National Soccer Hall of Fame. She also is in the New Jersey Hall of Fame and the Monmouth University Hall of Fame. In addition to her bachelor's degree in special education, Monmouth also granted her an honorary doctorate in public service. Christy only missed playing time if she absolutely had to. A torn ACL and the births of her 2 daughters, Riley and Reese, were those rare occasions. She personifies commitment, tenacity, endurance, and resilience for all athletes, and maybe for all of us individuals as well. So Christy, please join me on stage here as we recognize you as our wellness warrior.
Well, thank you so much. I think you covered it all. I don't have to say so much, but honestly, it's really, truly an honor. Obviously, winning so many medals and competing for my country and playing for the last, 20 years. This award is something special to me because I think with all the memories along the way and the journey and how hard it was and so many ups and downs and so many obstacles from obviously being a basketball player converted to a soccer player, being a forward my whole life, being converted to a defender, starting and then not making rosters. We go through so much, and it's the give back that makes all of those awards special and all those medals special, because now, as I'm retired, I get to go out and volunteer my time to all the young youth athletes out there to inspire them to be their authentic self. Right? We always are trying to be somebody else sometimes, and we look on TV and we want to be just like somebody else, but it's just allowing them to be themselves, go out into those fields, courts, whatever that may be, and truly feel that confidence, change that inner voice is the biggest, obstacle for myself. Obviously, my first meeting with the national team was after they won the '96 Olympics. So that was kind of tough, and I was like, what am I doing here? But it's just having those lessons to those kids and teaching them that you can be what you want to be, setting those goals and going after it. So winning this Wellness Warrior award, it means so much to me because I get to volunteer my time, experience it with the kids, and teach them lessons that they need to deserve in order to be successful in life. So thank you. You guys are an amazing institution. Thank you. And enjoy your night.
Thank you, Christy, and congratulations. Very, very impressive. Next, I'm honored to introduce the former mayor of the city of Trenton, New Jersey, and notably the city's first African-American mayor. Please welcome to the stage Douglas Palmer.
Thank you so much. Good evening. First, I just want to thank this great organization and Gina Hernandez for leading me by the hand, basically, and making sure I got here on time, I was wearing the right stuff. They said Gala. I was going to come in there in a tuxedo. I would have been so embarrassed. But I said, no, business attire. But I want to commend this organization because they've taken a great step in helping my city, Trenton, New Jersey, in the programs that they do. For the last 3 years, as Dr. Channing Conwell will tell you, they're in the city of Trenton. And we all know the effects of COVID, and it's still today now, how isolated young people are, the mental problems that young people are having. They've come to Trenton 3 years ago and have worked with everyone, from bus drivers to security guards to the teachers and administrators on how to work with young people. So I really want to commend this organization, and you're truly worthy of all the donations that you get. So thank you very much for what you do. I also want to thank you for honoring me. Now, Channing's looking at me and he's saying, you're not being honored tonight. But actually I am, because being mayor of Trenton, New Jersey, my hometown, but being asked to bring up some of Trenton's greatest treasures, and Greg Grant and Troy Vincent, is truly my honor. I'm more honored than you have any idea. It's rare when a mayor can actually say, and there's assembly folks here, right? Now I'm retired from politics after 33 years. You know, I was mayor 20, commissioner for 13. Now I ain't got to go nowhere I don't want to go. I don't know if you want to be here or not, but I know that if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here, because I don't have to be here. I jumped at the chance when Channing asked, would I introduce these two great friends of mine and great people in the city of Trenton. It's almost like bookends, and you couldn't have chosen better people. And think about it. I'm going to do it individually, but think about it. They both came from the same neighborhood called Wilbur Section in the city of Trenton. Now, for those of you that don't know Trenton or Wilbur Section, and it's not the same, but it's like Hell's Kitchen, you know, very challenged area. But some of the greatest Trentonians have come out of that neighborhood, that hard neighborhood. And these are two of the greatest, some of the greatest that have come out of there. And they both are basically doing what they have to do to bring back and not forget where they came from and bring the resources that God blessed them with. So first up is Greg Grant. Now, you know, I saw Greg playing basketball for Trenton Central High School, and he's an embodiment of don't let anybody tell you you can't achieve something. People were telling him all the time, basketball, you're too short to play basketball. You're 5'7". 5'7", what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. This 5'7.5", actually. Was it half, 5/8? It was, you know. He went on to lead Trenton Central High School, the mighty Tornadoes, all the way through the states. Then from there, he went to Morris Brown College, a historically black college in Virginia, in Atlanta. But things didn't work out. He came back home, dejected. Now, think about it. You're the big-time ball player from the city of Trenton. Go to college, but you come back. Not only did he come back, but he started working in the crab trap, a fish market, washing crabs and fish. He smelled like fish all the time. People say, Greg must be here somewhere. Think about it. He's a big-time ball player. Everybody in Trenton goes to the crab track because, you know, people in Trenton like crabs and seafood. And they see Greg washing down crabs. And one day, father said to his son, that's Greg Grant. He's a big basketball player, Trenton High School. Well, a lot of times, a person could give up, get mad at the world, blame everybody but themselves, but not Greg Grant, because he's made of tougher stuff. He's from Wilbur Section. He's from Trenton, New Jersey. He had role models. He knew who he wanted to be. And he went on with the help of Coach Bannon, went to Trenton State College, and it'll always be Trenton State College. I don't know about this the College of New Jersey crap, but he went to Trenton State College, and he has every record you can have to this day. National scorer in Division III. He's in the Trenton State Hall of Fame. He's in just got inducted into the college, Division III College Hall of Fame. But check this out, 5'7.5", 5'7", 5'8", 5'7", 8, 9, I don't know. Got drafted by the Phoenix Suns. He played professional basketball for 7 years. So that you can clap. He did not give up on himself, and he has not given up on our community. And so, after he played a great career in the NBA, came back home, started working with Trenton High School as a basketball coach. And I'll tell you, it's harder to be the head basketball coach at Trenton High School than it is Mayor Trenton. I'm telling you, because I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it, because you got thousands of people telling you what to do every day. I only had like the council. So, but Greg Grant became head coach, outstanding record, took him to the state finals. But more important than that, he stressed education, because he knows that education, as you know, that education can get you out of poverty. Education is the key to success. And what he did with his ball players, not just taught them how to play ball and have the character and discipline, but he made sure that they got their schoolwork or they didn't play. And he has 100% graduation rate of all the players that he coached. And after that, he could have rested on his laurels, and he's very good. His wife, his Hope, is the greatest. She went to Hampton University, by the way, go Hampton. As a great partner with him in his life and his other wonderful family. He decided basketball court is 94 and a half feet? 94 and a half, 94, 5'8". I'm on the half and 5'8". Work with me, Greg. 94 feet, about the basketball court. He works with young people. He has summer camps. He does education. He's brought his experiences as a young boy growing up in Wilbur section, and the trials and tribulations, and people telling him what he couldn't do, and succeeded, and brought that work ethic to himself, to his family, to the kids that he coached in basketball, and to the city he loves, and to the people that he works for. He continues to give back to that city, and we're so blessed to have him. So on behalf of this great organization, I bring you Honoree General Greg Grant.
I'm 5'9", Doug.
That's what I thought.
Troy, no, I'm 5'7" for real. Thank you, ChildWIN. This is an honor. Anybody know if you get to Christie level, Troy level, my level, you get recognized a whole lot, especially when it comes to sports. But normally you don't get recognized for giving back. And the one thing I pride myself on now, as a former athlete, is giving back. So when I look at that picture of me and Michael, poor Michael, went down, I slam dunked on him. I did like this. No. Well, I'm gonna keep that story because that's just a picture, so I'm gonna go with that. But you know, when you play at a high level, and you get the cheers, and you get your family and your friends see you perform at a professional level, and once that ball stops bouncing, life changes for you a little bit. No one wants autographs, no one calling out your name and cheering for you. So you gotta figure out what else you're gonna do. And my passion was to just give back. And so we had Pastor Armstrong here. I don't know the verse really. I think it might be Matthews. I'm not sure, but it said, "Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing." And that means you just give from your heart. You give from your soul. And you don't have to be on Facebook, Instagram, on taking pictures with people. You just give. And that's the motto I go by. I love Trenton. I love what Trenton did for me. So my heart is always to give back to those kids, so one day they can be happy and be blessed like the way I was. So Mayor Palmer, I know him for forever. I remember I was playing basketball in high school, and I used to get these letters that come to the main office, and they would give it to you. And they have a picture of me at the game that I played, and they go, and they said, Doug Palmer. I was like, who is Doug Palmer? Like, why is he just, and every time I have a good game, I get that letter, and say, congratulations, great game, have an article in there, and I did not know who he was. Then he became mayor, and I was like, oh, wow. So that's the type of guy Doug was. Even when I wasn't nobody, I was just playing high school ball, he cared enough to continue sending me those notes, and that what made me proud. So when I dropped out of college, I knew not only was I embarrassed for myself, I was embarrassed for my family and my fans. And I just knew that I couldn't stop then. I knew that had to be more for me to go. And I just kept working, and the college coach came into the fish market. It was fish, not crabs. I thought
it was a crab trap.
It was a crab trap, but I was selling fish. You know what I mean? So you kind of, no, get it right. I don't do, I was a manager too, so. No, I wasn't no 5'9". Yeah. So, real long story short, the college coach came into the fish store and asked me did I want to go back to school. And I said, absolutely. And I quit that day. And 3 years later, I was drafted into the NBA. And like he said, it's funny, you know, me and Troy's from the same neighborhood. So you get an NBA player and you get an NFL player from the same, I think we was about 3 blocks away. Troy lived a little bit farther. We couldn't go down to his neighborhood. Even though we could see each other, we weren't allowed to go down Faircrest. So unless you got older, then you go down there. But just to have Troy here too, and you know, for us to be from the same neighborhood, Troy got like a 15, 16-year NFL career. I have a 7-year, and I think this is our first time ever being honored together. Yeah. That's what makes it special. You know what I mean? Troy's like a hero of mine. I remember, and Troy can correct me, I remember Troy, when he got drafted by Miami, he was holding out for money or something. Like it was taking long for him to get signed. And one day I saw him, and it was pouring down raining, because I like to run in the rain and the snow. And I saw Troy running around Trenton High, had his hoodie on. It was dry. I was like, wow. That's, you know, that was impressive to me. And then not only that, when he got into the NFL, I think he got the Walter Payton Award for giving back. I was like, there we go. And I say, so that inspired me to continue to give. That had to be my next passion. And the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was one of my mentors, said, we all have a chance to be great because we got the ability to serve. And you can't play in the NFL, can't play in the NBA, if you can't play professional soccer, you can always serve them. Right. You know, I had a 7-year NBA career, but I got like a 25-year of giving. And that's more important and more impressive to me. I just like to thank my family who came out and supported me. I like to thank Dr. Conway for honoring me. And ChildWIN, this goes up to one of the great honors that I have received throughout my career. Thank you. God bless.
You know, there's a sign, I think all of you have seen it if you've been to Trenton. It's on a bridge. You know what it says, right? Trenton makes, the world takes. And people would say, well, that was because you used to do a lot of industry, rolling steel and ceramics and all that. You don't have industry anymore. We still make people. And 2 of them you're honoring tonight. Trenton makes, the world takes. Greg Grant, Troy Vincent. Now, Troy, I tell you, the 2 of them coming out of Wilbur section and how they grew up is a testament to what they've become. You know, Troy, I knew about him as well. They're a lot younger than me. But I knew who he was, and I knew who his family was. And Troy came up. There was abuse, domestic violence, and those kinds of things in his life. And he could have been a person that gave up or been a mean, nasty person. But the love of his family, the Jefferson Vincent family, I mean, they were so tight and loved him so much. And it helped nurture him to be the person he is today. You know, I asked him one day, I said, Troy, why did you go to Wisconsin? You know, he went to the University of Wisconsin. He was a big baller at Pennsbury High School. He said, because, now first of all, don't correct me like Greg did. Don't come up here and correct me like Greg. If I'm telling it wrong, just tell me later. Don't embarrass me like Greg did. He said, Mayor, because my mom wanted me to go somewhere that was far enough away so my friends couldn't visit me on the weekends. And he went to Wisconsin. And great career. He didn't think he was going to play pro ball. He went for an education. And then he had to coach Barry Alvarez and the team was very bad first 2 years, and Barry Alvarez, don't correct me when you come up here. Barry Alvarez came and said, Troy, if you listen to me, you'll be playing football on Sunday. And that sparked something in him. He already had something in him that he wanted to be successful, that he wanted to change his life because he's about the good Lord. I mean, that's first and foremost in him and his lovely wife Tommy's life. That's what they are about, and all things come from that. He goes and gets drafted 7th by the Miami Dolphins, and he's so bad. Now, Troy is such a good dude, so great. Don Shula picked him up at the airport himself, the coach, right, Troy? Yeah. Vince Lombardi, too. They both came and picked Troy up. Nah, but he did. Don Shula picked him up. He became an all-pro football player. He then, unfortunately, went to the Eagles, then went on to play in Buffalo and Washington. All the time, though, keeping God first and wanting to do better for the community. He ended up having a stellar career, all-pro, first team a few times, all-pro, second team a few times, Pro Bowl many times, and got one of the highest, as Greg said, the highest award you can get in the NFL, and that's the Walter Payton Award. And if you watch on TV, every time they had the Walter Payton Award at the Super Bowl, wherever they do it, Troy and others that got that award come out as well. That's big time. He won the Byron Whizzer White Award. He made the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. He's in the Eagles Hall of Fame. He's in the Wisconsin Hall of Fame. These guys are in every Hall of Fame. But more important to that, when he left football, he knew that God had another calling for him. With the help of his lovely wife, Tommy, they have a tremendous family, and he got involved in helping people in terms of education. One of the first things he did when he became a member, he was the senior vice president of player engagement. He said to me, reached out to me and said, Mayor, I want to do something about the high dropout rate that's an epidemic in America. I want to do something about it. I want to use my platform in the NFL to do something about it. We created a program with the NFL called First and Goal. We went to Baltimore, worked with the mayor, Stephanie Rawlins-Blake in Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens, his buddy Ray Lewis. We had a program there where, because of Troy's leadership, had an academic tutor, started out with players that played football in 9th grade, a plan for 4 years to be with them, academic tutor all year, and we did the graphics on them. Their attendance went up, their discipline went down, their academic achievement went up. That's his vision. That's what he did. He continued to do that as he got promoted to one of the highest positions there is now. He's executive vice president of the NFL. He's like a heartbeat away from being the commissioner. I mean, he is. He's in line, and that's the truth. And he's used that platform to look for more diversity and inclusion in hiring of coaches, having African-American hires and coaches and administrators. But more important than that, and he'll probably tell you this when he comes up here, it's what he has done in the community with his Love Thy Neighbor Foundation, working in communities all across America to lift and empower them. What he is doing with his wife Tommy in the Vincent country, every Super Bowl. What he does, they were in Las Vegas last year. Vincent country, under his foundation, Love Thy Neighbor, work with a school district in that area and bring all kinds of resources during Super Bowl weekend and get corporate sponsors and impact those young people's lives. He and Tommy are all about giving back to the community. He knows who he is. He knows how blessed he is, and he knows the challenges there are, and he knows that he has the wherewithal to do it, the heart to do it, and the resources to do it, and the partnership to do it. And he's doing it. Folks, you couldn't have honored two better people at this date and time and where we are in this world, in this country. With the challenge that we face with young people and the disassociation and the mental health challenges and that we're all dealing with, you couldn't have gotten three, actually, with the athlete there, you couldn't have gotten three better people to honor. So I give you, and I see my pastor there, Dal LaRue Armstrong. Maybe I'll see you Sunday. I bring to you the honoree, Troy Benson.
Cowboy fan. That's what happens when you let a cowboy take the mic. Let me just begin by thanking ChildWIN. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for caring about the city that I love. Thank you for partnering with, as I would say, my community. Dr. Conway, thank you. Mayor, thank you. And I would just be brief. My Aunt Kim is here, my Uncle Jeffrey, my Aunt Grace is here, childhood friend Wayne is here with me tonight. I want to thank the partners. I want to thank you all as sponsors. That without you, this doesn't happen. I'm now in my 30th year, my wife and I, fighting domestic violence and sexual assault. So we understand the importance of giving. We understand the importance of good community partners. So I just want to thank you all. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule this evening. I'll be brief. Greg has been, I've never been in a setting since I left Trenton. I get a chance to talk about it a little bit on Facebook. I get a little chance to talk about it social media wise. Hey, it was 1984 when I used to see this young man running around the city. And as children, for young people that's here in the room, you know what you can be by what you see. I had a wonderful example. So I want to thank you, Greg. Man, my grandparents used to let me run out the back, and I'm gonna be really brief. Faircrest Avenue, I used to run to Greenwood in the middle of the afternoon to see him run. I hide behind the bush because he was running and he was working out. 3 hours later, I was going to the alley on Locust Street to see him come running up Clinton Avenue. And I kept saying, I want to be that. That's what I want to be. You are such an example. It was hell in my neighborhood. Greg, you was the epitome of what we all could be. And I've never been in a setting to tell him thank you. And lastly, ChildWIN, I'll just say this in closing. Leaders, your leadership. And I have an opportunity to talk to leaders and develop leaders and share with leaders. And you can recognize good leaders by your tolerance level. Good leaders have very little tolerance. What you tolerate, you won't change. So the young people and the men and the women that are in this room, what we tolerate, we won't change. ChildWIN, I thank you for partnering with the city that I love. And secondly, the compromises of today becomes tomorrow's standard. ChildWIN, I thank you for not allowing what some of the things, the compromises we see in communities to keep taking place. What we tolerate, we won't change as leaders or as people individually. And the compromises of today becomes tomorrow's standard. We can't allow that to happen. Thank you all for coming out tonight to supporting us, recognizing all the athletes, the corporations that took part in this wonderful time. And again, Greg, I can't thank you enough. I really can't. And you've seen, and people have seen, man, and Doug, you were that same leader. I know what I can be by what I see. When you acknowledge about running I saw you do that. I knew nothing else but I want to be like Greg, to sit in a park and just watch this young man play basketball and say, that's what I want to be. My goal wasn't to go to college and play ball. It was to play for T&J. That was a local basketball team, the men's basketball league, that he was a great. So thank you, love you all. ChildWIN, thank you for the partnership.
Wow, how awesome was that? Congratulations again, Greg and Troy, and thank you, Mayor Palmer. Wow. Now I'm pleased to introduce Warloo Kokro of our Board of Directors. Warloo joined the board in 2022 and is a senior manager at Bristol Myers Squibb. Please welcome Warloo Kokro.
Good evening, everyone. I'm proud to represent both my colleagues on the Board of Directors of ChildWIN and my colleagues at Bristol Myers Squibb, which has underwritten this year's scholarship. And just to keep the momentum going, I also represent Trenton, New Jersey. All right. I'm Trenton High alumni. I'm not going to tell you what year, though, so you guys keep guessing on that one. First, though, let me recognize our scholarship committee, ChildWIN's Kelly McGlaskin, and board members Dr. Joseph Colford, Lucian Foster, and Chris Formica. You guys stand up for us. Bristol Myers Squibb is committed to investing in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which not only drives technical advancements, but also promotes diversity, inclusion, and equality within the scientific community. We have a global directive to foster the development and engagement of young minds in STEM education and careers. With that, I invite you to join me in congratulating our 2024 ChildWIN Teen Resilience Scholarship recipient from Trenton Central High School, Ms. Shevanique Toloff.
I just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to everyone that has given me the opportunity to even apply for the scholarship, for this opportunity. And I want to start off, before I give my official thank you, by introducing myself. I might stutter a little bit because it is a little cold in here. My heels are too high. But I am Shevanique Toloff. I was born and raised in Jamaica, and I didn't think that I'd be here today. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in Jamaica with my family and, you know, be what society wanted me to be there. which was maybe a doctor, something medical. And I thought since the age of 6 that I was gonna be a veterinarian because I grew up seeing so many stray animals, and I thought someone needs to help them. And then in 2022, I was given the opportunity to come here and join the Trenton Central family. And my first class of the 2022 fall semester was a ARC prep class from the Princeton University program. And this class offered me the opportunity, to participate in It offered me the opportunity to participate in learning and finding out about architecture history and art history as well. And I fell in love with architecture. I fell in love with the idea of building sustainable architecture and fostering communities that would help, build communities, build homes, build offices, and create lives for people, essentially. So today, I just want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be here, especially my mom, Suzanne. I just want to give her the greatest thanks of all for bringing me here and giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. So with that, I commence and I say, good evening, everyone. I stand before you today absolutely humbled to be receiving the 2024 Youth Resilience Scholarship. This award is more than just financial support. It is the academic recognition that I and so many other students strive to achieve. It is a show of confidence in my ability to continue to strive for excellence and a confirmation that my willingness to work had not been in vain. I'd like to extend 1,000 thanks to the Child Wellness Institute for establishing this scholarship. Your generosity has lowered a significant barrier and allowed me to stress a little bit less. This scholarship will be instrumental in helping me achieve my goal in graduating with a bachelor's in architecture at the accredited New Jersey Institute of Technology. And I understand the responsibility that comes with this honor, and I solemnly swear that I will dedicate myself to excellence in academics and contribute positively to the NJIT community. Thank you once again. This scholarship is a life-changing opportunity, and I promise to make the most of it. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote by Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With your help, I am one step closer to wielding that weapon. Thank you.
Yes, certainly congratulations and best wishes to Chevanique, and also thank you again to Bristol Myers Squibb for funding this scholarship. Can they have a round of applause, please? That's excellent. I wanted to ask Mayor Palmer, who do I have to talk to about becoming an honorary citizen of the city of Trenton? I love your city even more now. How do I get a piece of what's going on in Trenton nowadays? Very cool. Now I'm delighted to introduce Alicia Gashard. Alicia joined the board in 2021. Information Technology Line of Business Attorney for Verizon Global Services. Alicia also manages the Verizon Volunteerism and Pro Bono Program for the Legal and Security and Public Policy teams. Please welcome Alicia.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I always get nervous. I do this like every year. I've been doing this every year. I speak been at like 4 galas this week. This is my 4th one, but I'm always nervous still. I don't know why. Okay, so good evening. Happy to be here. Thank you. Congratulations to all the honorees. Congratulations to the award scholarship winners. I have 2 more esteemed people that I want to introduce you to. But first, I'm going to say that I'm honored to be here tonight to support Prevent Child Abuse and ChildWIN. I'm just really want to share with you a sobering statistic. Every year, more than 700,000 children in the United States are victims of abuse and neglect. 700,000 in America, not around the world, in America. And I was one of those children, but we'll talk about that later. Those are not just numbers, those are children who are suffering and in desperate need of our help. Help that PC, A, and J and ChildWIN is today providing. I recently had the privilege of working with 2 amazing young women, Jordan and Bella, through the ChildWIN Youth Resilience and Leadership Program. These young women have faced incredible obstacles in their lives. Yet despite these challenges, they remain hopeful, they remain motivated, and they remain determined to overcome every obstacle and accomplish every goal. Please join me in welcoming Jordan and Bella to the stage to share an inspirational story of empowerment, hope, and determination. Thank you, Jordan. So we're going to start off with Jordan. Let's take a picture. Sure. Thank you. All right, so Jordan is going to talk to you now about her story.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan, and I was born September 12, 2010, and I am 13 years old. Fast forward 14 years later, and here I am presenting a speech in front of you wonderful people who were kind enough to help me, even though you didn't know me. I love helping others and being able to express myself appropriately, and without the ChildWIN groups and the support of Sayer House and my wonderful mom, I wouldn't have been able to do that today. The ChildWIN groups were very inspirational, helpful, and truly needed. Thanks to the ChildWIN leaders and groups, I am able to communicate better without having to feel the need to raise my voice. Me and my mom have struggled with that issue for a long time, but after the communication group with ChildWIN, I saw benefit in actually applying this to my mental health journey and my relationship with my mom. Not only with my mom, but with others in general. I am glad that the ChildWIN groups and my strong support team at Sayer House and my family were able to teach me these skills at a young age, so that when I get older, it will be easier to achieve my goals. I want to become a poet, a background dancer, and/or a choreographer. But not only my career goals, but my mental goals. As in not always getting defensive when someone asks me a question, or thinking about what I'm going to say instead of just responding. Because, well, that makes everybody's life better, and I don't get in trouble as much. The skills that I have obtained from these groups will make my life easier, and not only easier, but ensure that my success rate in life is a lot higher. Thank you, ChildWIN.
Thank you so much. Can I introduce you to Bella?
Hi, my name is Bella. I'm 14 years old. I was born on April 16th, 2010. Today, May 9th, I'm here to present my speech in front of all of you. I want to thank you all for being here today to listen to my speech. When I was growing up, I struggled to communicate my feelings appropriately with my mom. And my mom has always been there for me and always tried to find a place for me to get help that I needed since my behaviors were escalating and I wasn't communicating and loving myself the way I needed. My mom brought me to the hospital after 3 months of being there. On August 17th, I came to Sayer House. Fast forward to early March, ChildWIN was a group that every Thursday, and the 2 topics that were talked about that stood out to me was self-love and communication. These two topics stood out to me because before they talked about this topic, I did not know how to love myself or communicate properly, but now I am bright in school and bring smiles to all my teachers and staff at school, and my grades are way better than I have before. With the help of ChildWIN, I found myself. I am smart, beautiful, and talented, and kind. Now that I know all of these things about myself, I am leaving the program at the end of June and reuniting with my family with these skills, and with Sayer, my mom, my aunt pushing me to do my schoolwork and do my best in all my classes, I can finally achieve my dream job, which is to own a house or a farm and to take in all homeless animals or animals people cannot have or do not want anymore. Thanks to my mom, my aunt, Sayer, and ChildWIN, I can achieve my goals in life. Because of all of this, I hope that you guys help more kids like me. Thank you for being here and listening to my speech. Good night, everyone.
So, you just heard these two young women who are like truly survivors at their young age, and sometimes we don't know what people are going through inside. We see them, they're smart, they're beautiful, sometimes they're being bad or being upset. I was a bad kid, I was so bad, I was horrible. I was worse than Trenton because I'm from Brooklyn, all right? But at the same time, they've shown incredible strength and faced this adversity, and they serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of providing a safe and nurturing environment for every child to strive and to grow. So their stories remind me of my own journey, and like Jordan and Bella, I too had dreams and goals, but faced many challenges, including abandonment, foster care, homelessness, dyslexia, and abuse. I refused to let my past define me, and I fought tirelessly to create a better life for myself. With the help of caring individuals, especially I must just shout out to my Verizon family. They have been so awesome to me as an adult, and they have really, because those traumas that we have as kids, they don't leave you just like that. They take time, they take counseling, they take people, they take friends, they take family, and having caring adults is very important. So, with the help of caring adults, organizations with a mission to serve like Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey and ChildWIN, and my own determination, I was able to overcome those obstacles and achieve my dreams. I now hold multiple degrees. I was once told more than a thermometer. So after attending 3 middle schools and 5 high schools and being homeless, I got my GED, my associate's degree from Westchester Community College, my Bachelor of Science with honors from NYU, my JD from Fordham University School of Law, my LLM with distinction from Georgetown University Law Center, and I just got my executive MBA from Strayer. So I know that they can accomplish whatever they want. And anyone who, doesn't matter what your family situation is, doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what it's about, where you're gonna head and where you're going. I just received the description that you gave was a little bit changed. I just got a promotion at Verizon, so my title has changed. I'm really excited about that. Thank you, Jesus. And so, I know that you can accomplish everything, and I feel like I'm living my best life. I've turned what was an extraordinary, tumultuous childhood into a tumultuously happy existence as an adult today, and I'm really excited about that. But my story is not unique. It's one of many, and there are countless children who need our help. So by supporting Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey and supporting ChildWIN, you can help and provide resources and time for people who need it the most. We can help children like Jordan and Bella achieve their hopes and dreams. I urge you to take action and donate to these incredible organizations. Volunteer your time and become advocates for a cause. Even maybe join the board. I'm the chair of the board committee, you never know. I'll say this. Let us always remember, we have all drunk from wells that we did not dig, and we have all stood under trees that we did not plant. Remember to give back. Every child deserves a safe and nurturing environment, and together we can make it a reality. It is our job to look back and give back. As I close, I leave Jordan and Bella and anyone else who wants to take this, the following rules that I live by that has truly helped me to go from a tumultuous childhood to a triumphant adult. Be intentional. Think about what you do before you do it. You can take time to do that, and don't ever let anybody force you into decisions that you don't want to make. Be organized, set plans, make goals, and stick to them. And if you fall off, get up and try it again. Be focused. Keep your supporters close to you, people who encourage your dreams, people who thrive and help you, not people who tell you you can't do it. Be bold, ask for what you want. Always remember that no means go to the next one, not no.
My mom wouldn't say that.
It's okay, we'll work at that. Be conscious, take the time to think. Don't answer questions right away. Sometimes a good decision needs good thought. Think about it. Be of good character and integrity. Stand behind your name. Mean what you say what you mean. Be good to all people. And lastly, be respectful and kind to everyone, no matter what their race, their title, their station in life. Treat the CEO the same way that you would treat the janitor. Thank you all for being here tonight and for supporting this important cause. Let us continue to work together to prevent child abuse and support youth. My hope is that Jordan, Bella, and I inspired you to dig into wells and plant some trees for those less fortunate. And from the words of Troy Vincent Jr., I like to steal quotes, what we tolerate will not change. Have a wonderful night.
All right, ladies, that was absolutely wonderful. Of course, we wish you all the best and continued success in your journey. There was just a little basketball up here. I was going to challenge Greg to a little one-on-one. We could play to 11. He could spot me 12 and still beat me, right? I mean, yeah. All right, we do have one more person we'd like to introduce and bring up to the stage. I think you know who it is. She joined PCA New Jersey in 2005. I knew her when. And was appointed Executive Director of PCA, NJ, and ChildWIN in April of 2021. And here to deliver an important message, please welcome the one and only Gina Hernandez.
All right. Well, my beautiful friends, my beautiful people. I've been crying for like the last hour over here. I mean, it's like, everyone is just so inspirational. Thank you all for coming out on a Thursday night when I know you have other things to do, but to choose us as the place to be and to be spending your time with us. And I want you to know that the two young ladies you saw speak actually come from a program that we designed because of the Gala. Every year, what we do here at the Gala is we look for the needs that are in our community, and then to collectively, all of us join together and support a new program or initiative that's needed in the state of New Jersey. And so with your support and the people who were here last year and the year before, we were able to launch the programs that Bella and Jordan were part of. And so I want to thank those of you for your commitment. And the great news is, you get to do it again tonight. And so that's so exciting. So guess what happened? What happened was when you first walked in, you were given a paddle. Yes, you were. So just for a second, just dig that paddle out real quick and then put it off to the side and we'll talk. Can I walk around? I can't stand here like this. I can't function in this way. You know how I am, right? I'm sorry. Can I walk? Oh, there you are. Thank you. Because All right. So, as you know, one thing that we've learned is that when kids feel safe and they feel like they belong and they have a sense of belonging to something, that's actually what we like to call a protective factor. It's actually something that when you feel like you belong somewhere, you feel that you're wanted, it's essential, right? It's essential to a child's well-being. And those are the things that we're talking about tonight. Tonight, I heard from 3 people up here, actually everyone that spoke was incredible, but the athletes that came up tonight, each one of you were amazing in your own right. But what I found you to be the most amazing was not even what you did on the field, and not even what you did on the court. It was what you do in the communities to build the sense of belonging for all those kids that you're teaching that you don't even know. You don't even know what you're planting in that moment. You just don't know what seed you're planting, right? Until years later when you see it grow. And so that sense of belonging is what leads to positive childhood outcomes. That's fact. That's not a Gina thing. That's the truth, right? And so I want you all for a minute to think about yourself. And I want you to think about your own childhood. And how many of you were involved in sports? And just raise your hand if you were involved in some kind of sports. Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit, okay. If you weren't involved in sports, how many of you were in some kind of club? Some kind of recreational club or a drama club or something with the arts or something musical, a band of sorts? Excellent, excellent. So when you participate in sports and clubs, let me ask you this. Just shout out an answer for me. What kinds of things do you learn about yourself when you are part of something like that, when you were a child? What did it teach you? Leadership. Teamwork. Discipline. Self-discovery. What else? Patience. Sacrifice. Trust. Compromise. That you can fail. That you can fail and that you can get back up. Right, empathy. You get it. You get where I'm going with this, right? That it's wonderful if you play the game. It's even more wonderful if you make it to stardom. It's wonderful. But yet, everybody here, not the three who are up here, but everybody else was part of something that created these skills inside of you. You had that chance. You had that opportunity somehow, some way. And one thing I've learned over the past few years in working in Trenton, but also throughout New Jersey, is that not all children have the opportunity anymore to play sports, to be part of recreational activities. In fact, only 22% of children living in poverty can participate in sports. Only 22%. Why? Does anybody have a child in sports? It costs money. And you pay for what? Registration. The travel to get there, and the safety regulation, and the things, and the extra coaching, and the blah, 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 right? And so how can all of our children win? How can all of our children have an opportunity to win in life? Not just on the field, but in life, to be part of it. How can we make that happen when so many of our kids don't have that chance? Tonight, you will have the chance to help us create that program through a program we will call ChildWIN's Wellness Wishes. And the Wellness Wishes will be from you, right? You will be able to grant the wishes of children throughout the state whose families cannot afford registration fees or cannot afford the helmet they need or the shin guards they need to play. Some of our children can't play because they're home taking care of other children. Right? And so they cannot participate in the clubs and all the things. But yet, we just said earlier that it helps build character and all these skills, right? And family and sense of belonging. So are only some kids allowed to do that? No. So we are going to call up our lovely youth that we have here. Come on up, girls. Let's give them a round of applause. These are the children of some of us that are here, including my own daughter, right over here. Can you tell? No? Okay. All right, so you have a basket, and two of you have a basket. One of you can hold the basket, and you can hold the basket. Now, here's what we're going to do. This is where we get a little energy. Can I have, like, light music playing underneath? Just a light, so they can still hear me, but, like, I can feel it. We got to get the energy up in this room. Right after this, we're going to dance, so just get ready. On your table, you have your paddle. On your table, you have little balls. Oh, they weren't there just for decoration. You know me better than that by now, right? So you have these little balls. You can grab the balls. These balls are your donation pledge. This is a demonstration. So here's how it's going to go. We're going to raise money for Wellness Wishes. We are going to do that this evening right now. As a whole, we are going to offset the cost of children who would like to participate in sports but cannot, or in clubs or extracurricular activities. And when I say the amount, you will decide, can I commit to that amount? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can commit to amount. So the first amount will be $10,000. It goes then to $5,000, goes to $2,500, goes to $1,000, goes to $500, goes to $250, goes to $100. So I'm telling you that now so you can wrap your mind, go on your banking app, see what you're able to commit to, and then get your paddle out. When you raise your paddle, I will yell out the name of the paddle, the number on the paddle. So, like, let's do an example. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend, right? Oh, you're bidding $5,000. 69, right? Oh, no, yeah. Now, he's going to have a ball. He's going to have a ball because he's making the commitment. Ladies, you get the opportunity to live your NBA or NFL or, there you go. Yeah, give it up. You just donated $5,000 as a joke. Not really, not really. Okay. So we get how the game is going to go? Okay, so now we're ready. Now we have all the girls, they have all the baskets. The reason is because you'll see what happens. All the paddles go up, and I can't possibly be everywhere, right? All right, we're going to lower it down just a little bit. Here we go. All right. All right, so here we go. Our goal tonight is $20,000 for Wellness Wishes. You want to fill the bucket. At the end of the night, I would like to see this bucket filled with all the little balls of all of our donations. And all of those donations will help offset the cost of all our children in New Jersey who have wishes to participate in something that can change the course of their lives, as you talked about earlier today. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right. This is where it gets awkward. Our first bidding amount is $10,000. We're going to get us started off with $10,000 bid. You will raise your paddle. I will say the number that's on the paddle, and then one of my illustrious volunteers will go over so you can toss it in the basket. All right? $10,000. $10,000 donation going once. Number 70. Woo! All right, we're halfway to our goal already. All right, excellent. You get an opportunity to, what number are you? 71! We have two $10,000 donations! Go ahead, head on over to Mr. Troy Vincent Sr. right here. We have a $10,000, anyone else? $10,000 going once, $10,000, anyone else going twice? And fabulous, another round of applause for our $10,000 donors. Wellness Wishes, Wellness Wishes. Two of you, that's here. The next level is $5,000. $5,000 donation for Wellness Wishes, filling up our basket of joy and donations. Anyone else? $5,000. $5,000, don't make it awkward. But I'm okay with awkwardness, and you know that. $5,000 going once. $5,000 going twice. And we will move to $2,500 is next. $2,500 donation. $2,500. See, I have to think about it in my head. Going once. $2,500. I see one in the back. 59. 59 with $2,500. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Woo! $2,500. Anyone else? You know, I just walk around just so I can make eye contact and make it really weird. But we are going to fill that basket, and I'm not even worried about it because we're about to move from $2,500 going once, going twice, and down to, this is where things are going to get hot. I can feel it. $1,000 donation. Get ready for your paddles. $1,000 donation. $1,000 for Wellness Wishes. Woo! We have 107, 1 over 7. Get your ball ready. Toss it in the basket. Number 87, 87 for $1,000. Excellent. $1,000, 101 and a 90 over here. 101 and a 90. That's right. Get ready to toss it in. 1,001. 1,087. 87 again. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we have 1,000. Anyone else? $1,000 going once, $1,000 going twice. And we move to, what's the next one? $500. $500. Get ready. $500. Number 8. Oh, it's too late. You can't put it up and put it down. Number 8, $500. $500 against number 54. Come on, ladies. Work your magic over here. $500 for 51. $500. 76 for $500 over there. Oh, I see it in the back. 88. Thank you so much. $500. 88. We are making magic happen. I'm excited. Oh, back there, number 60. $500. It's getting excited. I can't wait to see the basket overflowing when they dump it all in. Anyone else? $500. $500 for Wellness Wishes program, brought to you by all of you here at the ChildWIN Gala. Excellent. Anyone else? $500 going once, $500 going twice. And sold. Moving on to $250. $250. Number 53, thank you so much. Ladies, they're pulling the bag over here. 53, toss it in there. 53. $250. $250 donation. Anyone else? $250 going once. $250 going twice. All right, now, here's what it goes. Hey, does that offer still stand? It does. So someone made me a little deal, and he said to me, if we can get at least 10 people to donate $100, he will match it. I'm not going to say who it is, but somebody over there at table 12 said, if we get at least 10 people to donate $100, he will match that $1,000. Can we do it? I think we can. Girls, do me a favor. Put everything inside that basket right now. All of the things in one basket. I want to see what it looks like. How close are we getting to our wellness wishes? Wishing well. It's like a wishing well. What's my other? Here we go. All right. It's looking good. All right, here we go. Ready? We have some work to do. $100 donation towards the wishing well to help offset the cost. And we'll start it off with number 61 in the back. Excellent, I got one. 61 in the back for $100. Number 4, thank you so much, $100. Number 63, $100. I think I'm getting close. Number 12 for $100. 62 for $100. The girls are running around here. 57 for $100, thank you so much. 92 for $100. Girls, you gotta hustle over here. I don't know what's happening. Okay. All right, number 86 for $100. We got this gentleman up here, right here, and over there, right here. I will never forget. I just got to move around. Number 58 for $100. Number 41 for $100. Number 50 for $100. Look at this hot table right here. 50 for $100. 52, $100. 64 for $100. 46 for $100. 47 for $100. 68 for $100. Gentlemen in the back, we have made the 10. Do you still agree to pledge $1,000? We just hit the 10. Yes. Excellent. Woo! We got another $1,000. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Number 45, $100. 105, $100. 91, $100. Thank you. 103 in the back, $100. Thank you so much. I don't see your number, but I know the intent is there. Can you turn it? Woo! 72, $72, $100. I'm turning around. Number 6, thank you so much, $100. Number 40, $100. 36, thank you so much, $100. Number 2, $100. Did you get to throw your balls in? All right, all the balls have been thrown in. Let's put them all in the bucket. Anybody else? Last chance. Going once, going twice, and you have now started the Wellness Wishes program. Congratulations. Look at that! Woo-hoo! Yay! Dump it all in! Dump it all in! Exciting. All right, I don't know what the next thing is, but all I know is I hear music. Not just in my head this time. I think it's real. Do I have to turn it over to you, Bert? Just really short. Thank you so much, everyone. The rest of the evening is for fun only. Thank you so much.
Nice job. All right, one more time for Gina Hernandez. All right. Thank you, of course, so much for your generosity, too. What do we call the assistants? Generation Next, is that what they are? The next great leaders? Thank you so much for being here as well. Well, I understand if it hasn't been served already, coffee and dessert are on the way. Once again, I want to thank you for being here and joining us tonight, and of course, your tremendous support for ChildWIN, also for recognizing our honoree, our VIP athletes as well, and sharing in our admiration of our scholarship recipient and youth resilient speakers. Many thanks to our host venue tonight, Addison Park, and the great staff here. You guys always make us feel like VIPs. Thank you so much for taking such good care of us. How about for the band? How about another round of applause for these guys? I didn't know there was a rock concert coming tonight, too. That's awesome. And thank you, of course, so much for being here tonight. We look forward to seeing you again right here next year. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.